It's interesting how sometimes the most subtle moments seem to stand out, almost like whispers from within, guiding you. And it's in those moments when things just make sense that you can almost feel a deep, quiet knowing, like a gentle reminder from something far beyond your ordinary awareness. And it's as if, in that knowing, you remember something that's always been there, just waiting for you to recognize it. You've probably noticed how, when something resonates deeply with you, it's not just a thought, it's an experience, an unfolding where everything clicks into place with ease, and it feels like the natural next step. And what if that ease, that flow, is actually the universe, or life itself, gently guiding you to exactly where you need to be? Like you're tapping into an energy, a rhythm, a sense that's uniquely yours, but also part of the greater flow that surrounds all of us. Just imagine for a moment what it would be like to let go of all doubt, all resistance, and simply follow that sense of knowing. Where the flow seems to lead you naturally, almost like an invisible hand, gently steering you in the right direction. And in this moment, it's as if all paths are merging into one, clear, simple, powerful. And you can trust that feeling because it's guiding you somewhere important, somewhere significant. Now as you think about how your own internal guidance system works, how it feels to follow the things that make sense, what if you knew deep inside, every time you follow that feeling of alignment, you're actually strengthening a connection to something far greater than just the intellect, something deeper, more intuitive, and more certain than anything your mind could explain in words. You see, it's not about understanding it all. It's about feeling the pull and knowing that you're meant to be there. And every time you recognize synchronicity, the signs, the symbols, the connections, it's almost like a conversation, a dialogue between your higher self and the world around you. A dance where each step you take feels effortlessly aligned, as if the universe itself is unfolding your path step by step just for you. Isn't it interesting how, as you begin to notice these synchronistic moments, they seem to multiply, like they're everywhere in everything, and it's as if you're being drawn closer and closer to your true essence, to the truth of who you are and what you're meant to be doing. Now, there's no need to rush or force anything. Just imagine for a moment what it feels like to simply trust the process. Trust the flow is leading you to exactly where you need to be, to become the person you're meant to become. It's a very subtle thing, trusting that inner sense, that quiet knowing that doesn't always need words. It's like tuning into a frequency where everything is in harmony, aligned, and you just know it's all coming together. And in that quiet, in that stillness, it's where you can begin to hear the whispers of synchronicity. You notice the connections, and with each connection, the path becomes clearer. And the more you allow yourself to follow that path, the more it becomes second nature. You just know what to do, and it feels natural, almost effortless. And when you trust that knowing, that deeper sense, you can relax into the experience, trusting the steps will unfold on their own, one after another. What if every time you recognized that moment of clarity, that sense of, this just feels right, you could reinforce your trust in it? What if each new experience deepened your ability to tune in to your own internal compass, guiding you with confidence and certainty? It's as though you're aligning with the very core force that's always been there, ready to guide you. As you think about how things come together in a way that feels almost magical, notice how your mind starts to connect the dots effortlessly, like a puzzle coming together piece by piece, just by allowing it to happen. And what's fascinating is, the more you allow this process to unfold, the more you'll realise you've always known the answers. You've always known the way. It was just a matter of allowing the deeper knowing to take over, guiding you towards what feels true, rather than what the mind tells you. The magic happens when you start to feel the connections, trust the flow, and allow that inner wisdom to guide you with confidence. It's almost as if you're merging with the rhythm of life itself, where every step you take is in perfect harmony with your own purpose, and with the larger energy that surrounds you. What if the truth is, you don't need to force things, or question the synchronicities that arise? What if you could simply follow the flow, with a deep knowing that it's guiding you to exactly where you need to be? Each new experience reinforcing the belief that when it makes sense, you follow it, trusting it's part of a larger unfolding, and you're right on track. And as you continue to trust that deeper sense within you, with every synchronicity you notice, you start to feel even more certain, more confident, and more aligned with the natural flow of your life. You begin to realize you don't need to search for answers. They've always been there inside you, just waiting to be discovered, step by step, moment by moment. And so, with each new step you take, you become more in tune with this natural rhythm, more attuned to the synchronicities that guide you, and more certain that the path you're on is exactly the one you're meant to follow. Just imagine for a moment how effortlessly you can step into that flow. Trust the process and allow yourself to be guided by the quiet yet powerful voice of your deeper knowing. And as you embrace this path, it becomes clearer, smoother, easier, because each step builds on the last. And soon, it'll feel so natural, so effortless, that you'll wonder how you ever did anything else. You just know, don't you? And the beauty is, the more you trust in this deeper sense, the more life will show you the way. As this trust deepens, you'll find you're always in the right place at the right time effortlessly.